Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All Bass Creations, Effects, Tutorials, Demos, and Review. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, just hanging out here, enjoying the day. But, so, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So as you know, I've been really loving the Enzo X and the Mercury X, two pedals that have really become my favorite pedals very quickly. So past that, today I wanted to start to, explore more of just the actual bass sounds you can find in there for your dry bass sound. Like if you wanted to, I know they're expensive units, you know what I'm saying? The Enzo X is 600, so is the Mercury X. But what's not talked about a lot is how good the individual effects in those pedals are and how useful they are for bass. So I'm gonna turn everything else off. Start with just my dry bass sound. Let's get a nice tone with my bass here. Right, the compressor. First off, the compressor on the Mercury X is amazing. It's absolutely it. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely took the Source Audio Atlas compressor off of my board. Between that and the preamp, the op amp in there in the preamp section, kind of both gave me the saturation I was looking for, and the saturation I was getting from the Atlas compressor. Now the Atlas compressor is on my color box, which is I'm talking through now. But yeah, the Mercury X, this little preset I created here, which is parallel compression at 10:1 ratio. You also got the op amp on there as well. And really that's it. So it gives you a lot of when you have those elements together, along with on the filter section, I also have that parametric filter on there, which is pretty much like a one band EQ, and I have that set to a high pass filter to pretty much filter out any unnecessary bass, sub bass frequencies that's just going to make speakers work harder, and muddy up the frequency. So what's going on, folks? Definitely appreciate you dropping by. So the Pog 3 had to be sent back to Electro Harmonics because it decided to freeze on the startup screen. So every time I would start the pedal, it just would get to the startup screen and not go past that, and so it kept getting frozen. So I had to literally send it back to Electro Harmonics for them to do a firmware reset or whatever it is they're going to do But trust and believe, I was a little disappointed. Yeah, everybody knows how much I love electro harmonics pedals, but that kind of, and then I don't even have a date now. I gotta wait 3 to 4 weeks to potentially get my pedal back that I just paid, quite a bit of money for. You know what I'm saying? Those pedals are $645. So yeah, that's what happened to the POG 3, unfortunately. And that doesn't give me, normally when a company messes up, I don't mind telling, that it really doesn't bring me any pleasure to tell you that about Electro Harmonics POG 3. And I will say this, while it was working, it absolutely was the best octaver I've ever played. I mean, just the cleanest. With the firmware update I had did on there, the latency was lightning fast. It was. I want my pedal back, so hopefully they can get that to me sooner than later. But man, when I say the Electro Harmonics POG 3 was a monster, it definitely is. If they can get that firmware thing straightened out, because I'm not the only one. I did my research on the internet. I'm not the only one that had that issue with that pedal. So, but now we're talking about Meris pedals, which are awesome pedals. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love what I can get done with these pedals. And like I said, I got that high pass filter on there. And it just, let's see, this is my bass without it. With it. So just a very clean, amazing sounding compressor and preamp on there. So, and that's on a reverb pedal. That's the craziest part about the Mercury X. It's a reverb pedal that is exceptional at doing everything it does. Like, the compressor is great, the limiter is great, the preamps are great, the modulations are great. The preamps can be used as distortion or just saturation for your signal. Yeah, I bought back the HX1 at least until, at least until I get a LVX. I probably will end up getting a Meris LVX as well. I'm highly impressed with the Meris pedals. I can't lie to you, and y'all know that if you've been watching me for a while, all the usual suspects starting to roll in here. I appreciate you. Hit the like button for me if you could. But yeah, I can't find anything that they don't do well that they do. So like the modulations are really good. You get this, I can create a preset like this where I can also use the hold and modifier to now kick on delay and reverb. So you can just hear the amazing delay and reverb that you can get from the the Mercury X as well. It's just how as a reverb pedal, how did they have a reverb pedal that sounds this good as a distortion pedal, as a compressor, a limiter, a delay, like an actual delay pedal, like you can really design some good stereo delay in there. As well as the modulations are amazing. You know, and the modifiers is what really, the flexibility of the modifiers is what really, really, you know what I'm saying, sets it apart. So what I mean by modifiers is it has different ways it can change parameters automatically. So you can have it triggered by the envelope of the sound. Say I wanted, for instance, on the Enzo X, I have some filters made here like this. So you just get your nice, nasty envelope filter. Come on now, tell me that's not funky. You put that. So I mean, like, just even as a funk machine, the filters, and the same filters that are in the, well, not all of them, but the ladder and the state variable filter. Which one? I think this is the state variable filter here, which is a minus 12 dB filter. No, this is the ladder filter, and it's a negative 24 dB filter. Right? Sounds amazing. Link that to the envelope, and now I can have that. Which literally took all the envelope filters off of my board, because the two filters I have on the Meris pedals are literally my favorite filters at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I really love the one on the Hog 2 as well, but it's not, it doesn't let your dry signal go, like your actual dry signal go through that filter. I will say that the Future Impact V4 VIP, I also love the filter on there, but it doesn't, I like the way the envelope interacts with on the Meris pedals a little more. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see, LVX has drive, which is sweet and not on the Enzo X or the Mercury X. Yeah, I mean, they all have, that's the cool thing about them. They all the sections, a lot of the sections are named the same, but they got different effects. So the modulate section in the Enzo X and the modulate section in the Mercury X are not the same chorus. You know what I'm saying? They're two different choruses, the two different flangers or phasers. You know, they're not the same exact thing all the way through. And that's what I really love about these two units. Yes, you're buying some expensive pedals from the same company, but they're so high quality. Let's keep going with it so you can understand what we're doing. I'm going to turn off that ToneX. Really, I don't even have to turn on the ToneX. I can EQ for my bass. Let me turn this gain down a bit. That's a funky filter, boy. I'm trying to tell you, that don't even sound digital. I love how the digital stuff now really gets you analog, like warmth, and like now. Like you can really, they're finding better and better ways to, you know what I'm saying, duplicate that. See what we got here. Yeah, yeah. I would say the Mercury X is the most amazing reverb pedal I've ever played, and I'm talking about just played or heard. It's not just when I play it either. It's when I hear anybody play it. I'm like, yo, that's crazy that that joint sounds like that. And everybody, it's one of those units that'll definitely impress you a lot. Like it can just inspire you. And like I said, that you can use it as a preamp, like I'm doing right now, and at the end of your chain. So at the end of my chain is the Mercury X now instead of the Atlas compressor. And that means I get a full stereo compressor. I got full stereo filters, stereo reverb, stereo delay built into the unit, stereo modulations. And not only that, but I can have all of it tied together. I love having an ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? And I would say this, when you first get these pedals, they're gonna be in like the graphic view. Switch it to the text view. The text view is gonna give you way easier time. Meaning each one of these knobs, instead of you having the bubble screen, each one of these knobs on the outside, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knobs are all gonna be assigned to different parameters per page. And then you switch pages with this one right there. And that'll make your life so much easier with these pedals. And I will say this, start with, it can be overwhelming to just when everything's on. So start by turning a lot of stuff off and then turning it on as you find a need for it. The reverse reverb. Well, I'll get to some of the settings in a minute. But a lot of this Mercury X and Enzo X stuff is just perfect for bass. So like I said, that's a filter. I mean, that's a preamp compression, all the preamp compression I really need for a sound. And I just set it up to add the reverb when I need it. And it's fully MIDI capable. It has all the parameters I can control through MIDI. I'm going to set it up, the MIDI captain, to allow me to be able to access different effects within the Enzo X and the Mercury X on the fly. So basically what I'm going to do is I have them on different MIDI channels, all my MIDI pedals I do. And on each page of the MIDI captain, I'm going to have like 8 presets that I can access instantly from each pedal. And then I'm going to have additional pages where I can have presets of the different pedals combined. So I hope that makes sense. So one is just the presets of individual pedals, where if I don't want to have to touch the pedals and I just want to flip to my favorite 8 presets in there, flip through those, I can do that. So, it's just MIDI adds a new layer to everything of what's flexible and what's, capable, what you're capable of. So let's move to another, because we all know this thing can do amazing reverbs, right? But did you know that the phasers in the Enzo X in there, I believe this, let me see, they might have a phaser in here as well. Nope. So it's no phaser in the Mercury X, but you get a 79 chorus, vibrato, valve mod, tremolo, and hazy. While you get a compressor, flanger, phaser, and ring mod, and tremolo, and no vibrato. What is it? Let me check. Ain't like I can't just change it back. That's what I love about presets. Ring mod, phaser, vibrato, flanger, chorus. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So and it's just even the phaser is nice. And it's like it's perfect. It's perfect for how I want to phaser the sound and the chorus. That's why I literally have let the Enzo X and the Mercury X literally have deleted all the modulation pedals and delay pedals and reverb pedals, except for the HX1, you know, until I get an LVX, which I'm probably going to do, just because I'm loving the way these pedals allow me a lot of freedom to create things. Even bass centered things. These aren't even bass, quote, quote, bass pedals. But the effects are just perfect for what I want. That phaser crazy. Just purple. Just very nice phaser. Was able to make in there. Envelope filters, flanger. And this is in the Enzo X. While I still have the preamp and the compression going on, as well as the high pass filter going on with the Mercury X right now. So essentially, the Enzo X and the Mercury X are functioning as my entire bass chain. That's something that is not really talked about too much when you get, you know, we got the ambient side of things, but of course we need our bread and butter as well. And, you know, to be honest, for a lot of people, 600 ain't exactly the cheapest thing in the world, you know, so I'm sure if you buy a $600 pedal, you want it to, you know, be able to maximize it to the fullest extent. And us being bass players, we can't always just throw reverb and delay on all the time. A lot of times, you know, this stuff is going to be us playing like, you know, bread and butter stuff. So again, without any of that stuff, just my bass dry. Compression, preamp, and high pass. Oh, beautiful, very transparent, very transparent. Add that flanger. And let's not forget that the Enzo X also has a compressor. See if we go to the drive section. Let me see. Remember how I get to this thing. It's not in the drive section. Where is it? I can't even remember where the stupid compressor is on here because I don't really use it. But it does have a compressor somewhere on here. I remember they added it with the update, firmware update. There it is. When you add the volume pedal, you can turn the compressor on. Oh, you can change it from left to right. That's cool. Now, the one on the Enzo X is way less extensive. It's just pretty much a one knob, threshold is pretty much the only thing that you're controlling there. But this is without it. With it, let's put it around -8 dB. See, it's hitting it pretty hard there. So let's bring that down to, let's try -3. So, you can also have a compressor on the Enzo X. It's just not as extensive as the parameters on the Mercury X. What's going on, folks? Definitely appreciate y'all chiming in. Let me see what we got here. I ain't forgot about that reverse reverb either. On what part? The vocal sounding part of Passing Time? I'm trying to, cause I use that entire track of Passing Time with the exception of the drums and the keys is actually bass parts. Yeah, the phaser definitely, I love the Enzo X modulation section is just everything. I don't even need variations of them. I just need those. That's how I'm kind of riding with it. But yeah, you even get a compressor in the Enzo X. So let's start here. Both of these units are pretty much multi-effects units. You get filters, you get delay, reverb, modulation, noise gate. You get distortions and preamps. And you know what I'm saying? So, and all that stuff can work together. As well as in the Enzo X, you get a full ADSR for your filters, and you can use that another ADSR for your actual bass sound. So you can just turn your bass into a really crazy synth sound without even using the synth effects. Just using the, ADSR which is pretty much to envelope how your sound, you know, you can change the attack of your sound, you can change the decay, you could change the sustain, the release of it, you know, which is all working from just your bass sound. Like, you don't even have to use all the synths and everything else that's in there, but the synths in there are crazy too. That's the ridiculous part. Even though it has 100 presets, you can have store up to 100 presets, you'll run out of them real fast. I've run out of presets 3 times already because I keep making new sounds. It's that flexible. Like, I haven't even finished making all the sounds. Like, making just basic presets like this, where I can just click on get chorus. Very nice sounding chorus. Just a nice big sounding chorus. I don't believe it has a headphone out of the Enzo X, but I know it has stereo in and out. Stereo in and out, and you also have a MIDI in and out as well, and you have the USB for firmware updates. They are working on allowing you to edit through the USB, but right now you have to edit strictly through the MIDI ports, but you do have MIDI in and out, which is amazing. And I mean full-size MIDI ports as well. And this is real stereo. Like, I mean, I've never heard any effect pedal this, like with this sound field that these have. So that's the chorus, flanger, just stupid stuff like this. So if I wanted a nice big reverb, even if I just had the Enzo X, it's got 3 different reverbs in there, plus a stereo, you know, delay and echo in there. So that's, I mean, in terms of pedals that are really useful on bass and that really sound good, like on bass, that aren't meant for bass, the Enzo X and the Mercury X are that for sure. Yeah, this reverb is insane. And this is the Enzo X. What? Mind you, I ain't even reached into the Mercury X for the reverb yet. This is just reverb settings that I have in the Enzo X, which is, they have the same, that Prism algorithm is available in both of these units. So, you know, say you need the synth pedal more, you know, you need that a little more, you're still going to get at least one of the best algorithms that are available out of the, I believe it's 8 different reverb algorithms in the Mercury X. Not to mention just stupid synth sounds. You know, you get all that stuff too. So, but we're not doing the synths right now. We kind of. And you get a bit crusher in here as well. Let's see if I. So even in this instance, you're getting a filter and that envelope filter and a phaser sound. And I mean, and you're getting that echo in there as well. So if I wanted to, I could go in here, assign the echo mix to the hold modifier here. Put that on ambient and mix. Right. So now essentially what I have it doing when I hit the modifier switch, if I want the echo, if I want that, I can have it. If I don't, I just press the hold modifier now. And I can still have that hold modifier. Say I want to have this up, sitting up like this during the show for whatever reason. I can have this hold modifier because this is fully MIDI capable. I can have it assigned to a foot switch on the MIDI captain. Turn it off. See? This is why I love MIDI. I can change presets, I can change parameters. I don't even have to have this sitting on the floor to change a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can just put the MIDI captain on the floor, change a lot of stuff with my feet. I like to have them separate. I don't even like to have the MIDI captain on the board. You know, I'm using a MIDI captain into a CME H2 MIDI Pro that you can't see down there on the floor. But they, you know, essentially allows me to change whatever I want on the fly, whether it be even turning on the, say I wanted to turn on that and the reverb. So now I turned on the reverb with the hold modifier on the Mercury X, and I've also turned on the hold modifier echo, the echo that's attached to the hold modifier on the Enzo X. Essentially allowing me to if I want more EQ, I can do it for my bass. And again, all controlled because it's MIDI. Can press them both at the same time and get back to it. It's just sickening. I mean, that's, to be honest, what other phaser and stuff would I need? Like whatever chorus, whatever reverb, what other synth, polyphonic synth is going to hold up against that. Just the polyphonic synth in the Enzo X alone justifies the purchase cost. Not only that, I can easily just turn on the keyboard. This the cool thing, really, about the Enzo X. That just is like you need to just buy it. You know what I'm saying? I could play it with a keyboard. Whatever I want to do with it. Let's see. Stupid stuff like this. The ring modulator's crazy in the Enzo X. Mind you, I can turn that ring modulator on. Yeah. Not only that, I can come over here, hit you with I can hold that reverb and sustain it. Just sustaining the reverb. I mean, come on. We talking about two pedals. I know they're $600 a piece. I know. I was thinking the same thing. Until you hear them in person, until you hear the sound quality, until you hear the possibilities with these two pedals, I mean, it's literally unmatched at the moment for me. Me personally, that's how I feel. Like it's literally unmatched in the capabilities, like, and the sound quality. A lot of pedals have a lot of capability, but that the sound quality isn't always there. It's like usually you're sacrificing one or the other, either sound quality or functionality, and it is no compromise. I can play that same sound with my actual bass without switching anything. Just play it with my bass. I can play it with the keyboard. And this is all automatic. I don't have to, I can switch back and forth. That's just, come on. Like, there's nothing even close to that. Thank you, I appreciate you, Mr. Bucket BL. I appreciate you sending me the gifts. Thank you. Definitely means a lot. If you guys want to put on that super chat, Cash App, I definitely appreciate it. You guys are amazing. But, so, I mean, just the possibilities with these pedals, especially together. together, it's literally, there's nothing, no sounds you really not gonna get. Yes, you're not getting amp models in here. That's about it. You're getting everything else though. And not only you getting everything else, you're getting top quality of those. Like even the compression in here. So it has one compression, regular compression, where it takes the, it does the stereo system, it processes the stereo signals together in the same way with the compressor. Or you can do a compressor link where each individual side of the Mercury X, the left and the right, each get their own individual compression, which is awesome. You know, same thing with the limiter. You know what I'm saying? You can have it limited in both together, sum them up, or you can have it process them separately with the limiter link. So, and you get other little stuff in there like the swell, the freeze, you know, that this is all stuff that can replace other pedals. Like the freeze function in here pretty much for me replaces the need for a MXR layers. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to have MXR layers on my board because I can simply do this. Play what I need. Not only do you get it frozen, the reverb still is 1000% functional and coming through. So it's not like it just freezes the reverb and then you can't use the reverb and delay still. Everything is still coming through. Like, you know what I'm saying? The same signal process. It's just, it gave you a frozen version of it too. It just freezes that. But when you go to use the, you're still getting your reverb and delay. It's just sickening. Just sickening sound quality and usefulness. You know, I'd be lying if I said that the Meris Enzo X and the Mercury X, just those two pedals can literally replace the majority of your pedal board. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed. Like it's completely, I completely trust the Enzo X for my modulations. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and make a page now of the different settings. So what I'm going to do is I want to have it set up for a few of the filter. I'm on one of the envelope filters. So actually prefer this filter 2 right here. This envelope filter. So what I'm going to do is, this is on channel 3. So I'm going to go to page 3. I'm going to have the pages correspond with the MIDI channels. Come over here, press the foot switch, get it highlighted, then come over to the, press this button here. Now it'll bring up all the 12 parameters I can control at once. Like, meaning when I press this foot switch down, it can send 6 different parameters to change at once. When I release it, it can send another 6. So altogether, with a press and release, you can have 12 parameters change all throughout this pedal board, because you're talking about MIDI, 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 and MIDI. So only things that aren't on MIDI is the Empress compressor, bass synth, the ToneX one actually can, if you get a MIDI controller, you can get it done, but I just not fooling with it. And the Mel 9. Oh, this is a Electro-Harmonix Mel 9, by the way. You probably can't see the graphics on it, but that's what it is. Hit that like button for me if you haven't already as well. But so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna assign. It's already on channel 3, so we're gonna take this, scroll here. We want a PC message of 32. So now, when I press, now the envelope filter comes on. Now what I might do is, I might have it toggle on and off as well. So basically it would send a CC message. It already sends a message of on when you switch to the preset. But I also would want to be able to bypass it with it. So let me see something real quick. I got to pull up the manual real quick and see what the CC message is to control the bypass switch. And CC 14. I'm just going to assume they have the same. Oh, this is the Mercury. I think the Enzo X and the Mercury X have about the same. Yeah, it's 14, about the same parameter, you know, the global stuff. So, CC. Same thing, go back here, go to the next one. Channel 3. You want to assign a CC message. Uh, 120. Is that what we're doing? No, 14. What am I? You gotta set the value to 0. Well, I'm gonna set the value to 127, and we'll set it to toggle as well. See how that works. Theoretically, when I press this, it'll not only, let's see if I switch here, see it switch to 1. Now it should switch there and on and off. So not only do I have a program to switch to the preset, I have a program to turn it on and off at the same time. So if I want to use it within a song, let me get my preamp back. And bam, I got it programmed. So now when I come to the third page, I have this on MIDI channel 3. So I already know 3 is Enzo X. Page 3 on here corresponds. Now I just have to change to whatever presets I would want it to be. So next up, I would want a chorus, you know, because this is pretty much my chorus pedal, and this is my modulation pedal now. So I have to pretty much have this set up to get to the different modulations. Now they only give you 3 foot switches here, but you know, if you can bank up and bank down and all that stuff, but I mean, that's a lot when you're on stage to think about. It's easier if you can just think about it like this. I'm gonna have my modulations here. Then up on this top row, I'm gonna have 4 presets that I really like up on there. Hey, babe, you coming? Yeah, I'm literally in the middle of the live stream. You left yet? Okay. Love you, man. So we're gonna take this chorus here, assign it to this foot switch, change it to 32, I believe it is. Let me see. 36. And then you just press the foot switch again. That saves it. So now I can go filter. Or I can come over here, chorus. And again, put the CC message in there. $14. And we change this to 127. And toggle. Bam, press the foot switch. Now you turn on and off as well for the chorus effect. Same thing. So pretty much you're doing that process a bunch of times. And you know, you can have it set up for the whole modifier as well. That's something else that I'm probably going to do. I'm trying to think exactly how I want to do that. But a lot of these pedals like this is just so I can have my basic chorus effect and have it the way I want it. And then I just rock and roll from there, you know what I'm saying? So coming over here, see, next up would be flanger. So we got the 34. So PC message 34. And PC message is program change. So the presets are program changes. The parameters, like the individual thing settings and stuff that you want to change, will be CC messages, which is control commands, basically. So we got 34. Then we're going to come down here, channel 3, CC. And then number 14 for bypass, the bypass 14. It's already set the toggle, and we just need to set this to 127. Press the switch again. So now we got chorus, flanger, and on and off. Filter, chorus, flanger. And we're gonna change this to the phaser. And I got a ring mod. The ring mod on this joint is crazy. I got to assign that to something. Phaser's gonna be 33. PC message 33. Channel 3 CC. 14 for the bypass. 127 and toggle, save, voila. On and off, phaser pedal, flanger pedal, chorus pedal, and filter pedal. And mind you, I can use any of these combinations of effects because the Mercury X also has the same filters, you know, with the exception of the band pass, the twin filter that's in. So this one has the ladder filter, the state variable filter, and the twin filter, which is like a baseball's. And then you have the ladder filter, state variable filter, and a parametric filter, which is like a one-band EQ. Very useful. I don't use it. You can even use it to cut out some of your highs, or what I use it for, that parametric filter, is a high pass filter, so I can just cut everything below a certain frequency and cleans up my bass sound in the house a lot and allows my amp to work a lot more efficiently. And I got that from I learned, you know, started using that on the Gensler Magellan preamp. Excuse me, on the Gensler Magellan preamp. I use that feature a lot, and it definitely allows for my speakers to work way more efficiently and push out way more sound without being boggled down by frequencies nobody can hear anyway. But yeah, essentially I have why is this? I want this one to turn on. So CC15, so we change this to 120. 127, and I don't know what that is, so I don't want that to be that. So now So now you got you essentially 4 different effects pedals out of that one Enzo X. And I don't mean crappy choruses. I don't mean crappy phasers. Or I would sincerely put these phasers and modulations, for sure I would put up against anybody else's. It's like, how many phasers? That's a super flexible phaser sound. Oh yeah, I'm not doing song requests right now. I'm actually doing tutorial. I'm doing a tutorial on how to get the best out of these 2 pedals on bass. So, but and you just get nice bass sounds out this thing, boy. I'm trying to tell you. And check this ring mod out. Where the ring mod? I made a ring mod last night. Oh, it's gonna be back this way. Where I put this thing, man? There we go. That's what I'm saying. That joint's insane. whatever ring mod you know is going crazy like that on works on your bass too, not just your synth sounds. Works on your bass sound. And I can turn off that, I can turn off that ambient if I didn't want the echo. Come over here. Literally turn off the echo. So, I mean, that ring modulator on there is the best one I've ever had the opportunity to play with. I love how it has like that randomness to it as well, and I actually got that. I actually learned that ring mod trick from one of the presets in here, but I wanted to apply it to just my bass sound, so I created a patch where. So the mod frequency is assigned to the envelope of your sound. The hold is on the mod mix. So you got the envelope of your sound controlling the mod frequency, right? So when I play a note, that's what's triggering the movement. But the hold knob is actually what's controlling the mix of it. So if I don't want it in the mix, I turn it off. If I do want it in the mix, I mean, that's just a sickening ring mod. I can't lie to you. You could put anything into that. Like, you could just put any sound in that. Or let's put just sickening. Or pads. That joint works great for pads and all that type of stuff as well. Say I wanted to do a little bit of that type of action. Come down to the Hog 2. See what we got here. I hope they can fix that Pog 3 because, to be honest, that Pog 3 is the greatest octave pedal I've ever played. The filter sounds really great. The flexibility of it is fully MIDI capable. I was distraught sending that joint back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was distraught. I was shocked and appalled. And I had to send that pedal back. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, that joint is so fire. The tracking is perfect. It's perfect. The latency is stupid low. It's like the latency is lightning fast. The tracking is perfect. The flexibility of the unit is perfect when it's working properly. It's just that freezing thing, the reliability of it is just, they got to get that together. Once they get that together, it's a wraps. There is not even a pedal close to the Pog 3. Like, it's not even close. Like, only other people I would say I would that may be able to pull that type of thing off, other than electro harmonics, probably would be Meris. I would love to see Meris and do something like a Pog 3, like they did with these X series pedals, but like a Pog 3 version of a polyphonic octaver. That would be crazy with, you know, all the bells and whistles. But yeah, you can essentially put that sound on anything. You can put it, make it into pads. Now you just get some phenomenal sounds with these units. I mean, is it really even necessary to buy one effect at a time anymore? Like, I just don't see a point of it. Like, as you can see by my pedal board, none of my pedals do one effect at a time. Like, all of them have multiple capabilities. I think that's the best way to go. Even the ToneX one, even though I'm only using it for the amp models, you know, it still has all my preamps and all that other stuff in there. So it's still saving me a massive amount of space compared to taking the Genza Magellan, the Ampeg, SGT, Aguilar AG preamp pedals. Those are, imagine trying to have all three of those on my pedal board. That would have taken up so much space here. You know, so it's actually very nice to have all your preamps and stuff right here, as well as if I just want to grab this, I have a noise gate, compressor, delay, reverb, and modulations, along with the amp models and our loader, all at 24-bit, 192 kilohertz. Super high quality. And mind you, if you want to help out the channel and you want a ToneX, you can get that through the link in the description, as well as if you want any of my presets for my pedals, including the Enzo X and the ToneX one, 11 different preamp packs available for that. The Future Impact, C4 Synth, Zoom MS-60B plus, MS-70 CDR plus, and Zoom B6 all have preset packs on my Patreon. And you can sign up there if you just want to support every month. But if in nothing else, you know, hit that like button and subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all hanging with me. But yeah, so I mean, and mind you, I'm not endorsed with Meris or anything like that. Full disclosure, they did send me the Mercury X, but I bought the Enzo X on my own, and I just loved it so much, and they liked, you know, what I was doing with it. So, you know, we worked out something for the Mercury X, which is I mean, this thing is just so impressive. I've never played anything that sounded. Come on, what we doing? But yeah, you had that. First of all, I like to hear it just go off. I've never just liked to hear, and I guess that's the ring. I think that's from, I want to say that's from the Auto Bit Junior. That, what is that? Where is it? types. Always keep a manual close by. Trying to tell you, the manual save you. Save you. So, where is it? Oh, I can't find the modulation types. It's the modifiers, rudder. Here's the modulations. That's strange. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so, well, it's not from the Auto Bit Junior. That's the Bit Crusher. Okay. So it also has a Bit Crusher on here. So not only do you get the crazy ring mod, you can literally also change to something else. We could do it with this. Come over and just go to the drive section. Come over to the mix section. Nice big chorus. Just ridiculous the stuff you could do with this thing. I'm trying to tell you, like, just when you think you know how to use like effects, it gives you different options. So say if I wanted to come and this is what I suggest a lot of times. Go to that effect that you want to play around with. Just sweep through the options. Cool. Come over here to the filter section. We're going to assign that frequency cutoff to an envelope modifier. So come over here, change that to filter frequency. Now we can change how much we want it to do. Go back to the mix section real quick because I want to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna switch that drive to only the pre section. Yep, just like that. Now I can keep the mix. Let's come over here, play around with the filter a bit. See, this is stuff you gotta. I really wish I had like a blend on that bit crusher within this, you know, to just help smoothing that out a little more. But I'm gonna come back over here to this modifier. So you can just get real straight video game. If you want some, if you say you didn't want to have it attached to the attack, turn this back to none. Go over to the LFO1, change it to filter frequency. Change it to sign. I like sign a little more. Let's go back to the filter section. Have there be phase. So essentially you just start, you know, using the individual modules like a multi-effects pedal. You can also change like the location of things like the drive or the modulation, the reverbs and things like that. No, filter, bit crusher running into filter. I don't like bit crusher running. I don't like distortions or tubes or bit crusher, ring mod, anything running before the filter. I don't like that. I like it to run those type of things to run into a filter so the filter has something to grab on to when it's sweeping. So a good example of that would be For me, it's always distortion, overdrive, filter, bit crusher into a filter. I don't really run it afterwards. And what's going on, brother? Appreciate the usual suspects stopping by. You know, y'all always show up one way or another, and I definitely appreciate it. Because could be nobody watching at all. You know what I'm saying? I always take that into account. And I appreciate you guys very much spending your time with me. You feel me? So everybody got a busy schedule these days. But yeah, so essentially how I got them between these two units, you can literally have your whole setup No, filter afterwards lets you control the bit crusher. If you run the bit crusher after the filter, the bit crusher sound has no filtering to it. The point of the filter is to control sounds. So if you run sound after you run an effect after the filter, it doesn't that sound does not control the bit crusher sound. Essentially, so right now that distortion is running into the filter. You see that? Now that's controlling it. So that's why you run it into it. That's the filter. And that's something I'm gonna ask them about. I don't. Seems to be like the bit crusher, where I have it placed, it should be getting completely filtered out when I'm sweeping that filter. But for some reason, it's not. Like I can hear the filter sweeping it, but it should be more like. Should be more like this. So more similar to that. So that may be just a firmware update needs to happen, possibly. Oh yeah, these Meris Series X pedals it's so much to explore, but once you learn it, it becomes very simple. And like I said, you know, you just got to know where each pedal starts. For me, with the Enzo X, the pedal starts at the oscillator section, and then the oscillator section you control with the amp envelope. Then from there, you know, you control in the filter, you know what I'm saying? And then the filter's ADSR or envelope. And you have your drive, then you have your drive, your modulation, and your ambience. And then from there, you can mix in your drive signal or attach any of those parameters of those things I mentioned before to an LFO. You got two LFOs. You got a sample and hold, which is like a random number generator type thing. It's going to give you random things in there. You got an envelope, which is basically when you play a note, whatever parameter will move based on your dynamics of your playing. Then you got the hold modifier, which is attached to this button. And you got your sequence speeds, you know what I'm saying? And you got a how many is that? 16-step sequencer on there. So whatever effect you assign to the sequence is going to open up according to the values you set for each step. And if you want to bypass each step, you can. You don't have to have 16. You can have 2. Bypass the rest. Excuse me. Then you got the 6 expression pedal functions, up to 6 things you can assign to your expression pedal. Or if you say you're not using it for that, say you want to assign it to the hold modifier, or you want the LFOs to be able to be assigned to something else. You want to assign that LFO-A to multiple parameters. This is how you would do it. You would come over here to the expression pedal setting, change it to LFO-A, change to the parameter, and then set the amount you want the parameter to change, the minimum and the maximum, and then pretty much you just press that. You'll have that parameter on LFO. You won't need to press this or anything else. And same thing, if you want to assign more things to the whole switch, instead of just one thing, you can assign 7 things, up to 7 things to the whole modifier switch through the expression pedal. You can use all 6 expression pedal settings for the whole modifier foot switch if you would like. Or you can have those 6 parameters assigned to your expression pedal, use this whole modifier as a tap tempo. So you got tons of options there. So that's pretty much how this entire pedal works. I just explained it very quickly. Same thing here. The pedal here, if you bypass, the way I look at it is, it starts at the preamp section. Then from there, you got your filters, your modulations, your pitch, and all that stuff. And then you have the pre-delay and the reverb. So that's just the order I think of the pedal in. Like it's not in that order, but that's the way I kind of just visually see it. And that's why I can get things done with it. But, you got dynamics. Well, it starts at the dynamics section. Dynamics, then the preamp, filter, pitch, modulate, and then the pre-delay, which you can use as a delay in this Mercury X, a delay section. And then you have the actual reverb section, which you choose your main reverb algorithm. And then from there, you got the same modifiers, 2 LFOs, a sample and hold, which is just a random number generator. So say I want the filter to be like a random filter and open and close randomly. I would use a sample and hold. If I wanted that filter frequency to open when I'm playing and based on my dynamics, I would assign it to the envelope modifier. Like an envelope, just think envelope filter. When you see the envelope section, it's based on the dynamics of your playing. If I wanted to be able to press this switch and have the frequency open and close based on me pushing this switch, I would assign it to the hold modifier. And if I wanted it to open to varying degrees in a certain pattern in the sequence, use the 16-step sequencer. If I wanted to be a wah pedal, assign it to the expression pedal. You see what I'm saying? And that's all just the filter frequency. That's if you assign it to different things, the LFO is going to make it automate evenly. Wow, 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 like that type of thing. Envelope filter, you know what that is. Using this switch here to do it would be like you pressing it and it's opening the filter, you letting it go, it's closing the filter. Same thing with the expression pedal. So just knowing what the modifiers do correctly and correctly understanding them unlocks these pedals for real. Because you got MIDI, so you can sync them up together as well, have them one a slave with the MIDI clock and one the master. So one of them would basically be telling the other one what BPM it needs to be running at. And for real, with the way this MIDI captain's set up, I can control, what is that, like, I can control probably about almost 15 to 20 parameters with a press of a button. That's just kind of crazy. More than that, because if I can press and release this and it do 12, right? So I can press this and release it and it would have control 12 parameters by itself. If I say I use 2 of those parameters to be the host modifiers for these, now I can assign 7 parameters to each of these hold switches. So with a press and release of this button, not only do I have the 10 parameter changes I can do here. Say I'm just going to do parameters. I can press and release that. That's 10. It's really 12, but 2 of those we're going to use as the modifier switches for these. So that's 10. Then you talking about another 7 and 7, that's 14. Yeah, you can do a lot with this joint. You talking about like 24 parameters at once between the 2 units, the Enzo X, the Mercury X, all with a press of 1 button on the MIDI captain. That's insane. You can literally shift 24 parameters. It's crazy. But I guess like the more I get into MIDI, the more I just really dig how easy it makes my life when I'm trying to get sounds done or I can go from playing stuff, playing my bass, to playing the synth. So that's the coolest thing about all this stuff, man, is your creativity is the defining factor of it. Like how creative you are is how creative the gear can be. It's not the other way around anymore. Remember when you would have ideas but you couldn't execute them because you didn't either the gear didn't do it or you didn't have the gear to do it. Now with technology making things more affordable, like this was rooms full of gear on this one pedal board. Like years ago, this Future Impact V4 VIP literally is like a room full of vintage mono synths. The same thing with the Enzo X, except for on the polyphonic side. And the Mercury X is literally like a room full of reverb pedals and racks and modulations, distortions and all this other stuff. HX1 is same thing. Hog 2 does way more than all the other octave pedals, even though it's over 10 years old. And still tracks amazing, sounds amazing, still kicking. You know what I'm saying? So that's today is these days is a great time to live in. You know what I'm saying? For real. Oh yeah, for sure. That Pog 3, I was very impressed with the tracking. Like I've never had anything respond to my playing like that. And y'all, those of you that have been following me know, I definitely am somebody that got, I like to play my solos. You know what I'm saying? So I need that extreme tracking, and that thing, I couldn't do anything to throw that thing off. Not a chord, not a scale, no speed, no technique. It was nothing I could do to throw that thing off except for turn it on and off. Apparently, you turn it on and off and it's not working no more. But hopefully they fix it and I get it back. But yeah, but Yeah, so I would definitely recommend checking out these two pedals, especially if you have a MIDI setup already and you want those people that like the best of the best. The Enzo X and the Mercury X are the best of the best. Like there's nothing I can think of that even has that same sound quality and functionality all in one unit. HX1's reverbs and delays sound good. It's like it's like I don't know if y'all remember when the Chrysler 300s came out and everybody was like, "Oh, it looks like a Bentley. It looks like a Bentley." Oh, until a Bentley pulls up. The Bentleys have pulled up. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Chrysler. The Bentleys have pulled up. You know what I'm saying? So these are, and I know some of y'all may not get that reference. But when you see the real, when you hear it, it's like when you hear the real thing, you know it's the real thing. And I can honestly say these Meris pedals are the real thing. They've taken so many pedals off of the pedal board, it's ridiculous. No, I've never had H9 or H90 in my rotation. Just because I always felt like they cost too much. Like I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I've heard the Eventide stuff, and I've used it. And a friend of mine had an H9 back when I was at Berkeley, and man, it sounded good. I like the octave effect on there a lot. But I will say, like the H90, for the price, man, for the price, it's a lot for me. It's that 900 for that is just I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But for the functionality and the things I get with the Mercury X, Enzo X, that's 600. Yeah, I'll spend that. That's worth it. And like I said, I'll probably get an LVX too. So the LVX is, their delay pedal. So, that and now when I say that delay pedal got some crazy effects, like the granular effect on there. I like the haze effect modulation on the Mercury X too. I just gotta find more uses for it in different situations. But I think that's a cool modulation they put on there. But yeah, I like the Eventide stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to get that what's it, the Pitch Factory? I wanted to try that out at one point. But the harmonizer on there is really good as well. So I know quite a few people that use those. So I can't say I personally recommend them because of the price, but I will say that everybody that has them that I know loves them. So I hope that helps out some. But yeah, so that's all I'm gonna do for now, guys. I definitely appreciate y'all stopping by, hanging out with me. Means the world to me. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my Patreon for all my preset packs for various pedals, including the Zoom Multi Stomps, B6, the Future Impact V4, C4 Synth, Enzo X, 11 different preamp packs available for the ToneX one, all on the Patreon. And if you want to support the channel, that's the best place to do it. So I'll catch you guys next time. This has been another episode of All Bass Creations, Effects, Tutorials, Demos, and Review. I am the Bass Negus. Make sure you subscribe.